The Last Dream. Abel Batencourt. Chapter 5. Marketcracy.
Look at them. They are captivating creatures, not so logical, yet extremely peculiar. They are the strangest creatures that have ever lived on Earth, and at the same time the most interesting and ingenious. They never stop creating. They are damn machines of creation. Just give them a challenge and you will see how, in the most unimaginable way, they are able to solve it. If you're clever, you'll know how to use that to your advantage. Let them do the work for you. You have to become their guide, feed their passions, and give them a reason to believe that without you, without us, they can't make it. Give them an illusion, a hope. They love hope. It doesn't matter if it is in this life or another. They will spend their lives waiting, and by the time they wake up, if they do, it will be too late. They live and die to serve their master. You just have to get inside their heads, and you will do with them whatever you want. Now that they believe in us, we're their fucking masters,
he told me. Here, there are no masters or servants, I replied. This is a country of free men. Here the people rule. This is a democracy.
The people have never known how to rule themselves. Someone has to take the reins of power. The people are a means for the powerful to achieve their ends. The people don't decide anything. The people are made to believe that they can get there and that their interests count. The only thing that the powerful count are the people's votes, and only to share power among themselves. A paraphernalia, a show for the people to believe that they are part of the caste.
You're wrong, I said. Here we all have an opportunity.
Your naivety amazes me. Those at the top rule because to get there you have to have money. Without money, no one listens to you, no one sees you. You simply do not exist. With money, you buy an audience, and with the audience, you win votes. Each seat in Congress costs a fortune, and those who contribute charge dearly for their investment. Your democracy is corrupted by the market, prostituted by money. The market and its money rule. You believe in money and worship it as a god. Everything has a price for the market. Nothing escapes its yoke. Market economy ends up creating market societies and market governments. Everything is sold and everything is bought, especially politics. Therefore, laws are not made by virtue of justice, but are instead at the service of those who pay more. And the entire society is at the mercy of money. The government does not escape being just another commodity. No, it is not a democracy. It is a marketcracy. Even opinions are for sale. They are manufactured in the elite and discussed in the elite. The people are mere spectators. The media, social network, everything is paid for, and only the opinion of the powerful is disseminated. Money imposes public opinion, and the public is left without an opinion. Money speaks louder than people. The power of the people is limited to lending their ears and giving their vote to the Messiah whose promises succeed in enchanting a greater number of enthusiasts. Regardless of whether such a Messiah is a preacher of lies and slander, as long as he pays to spread them, that shall do. And politicians know how to take advantage of it very well, and they give themselves the freedom to lie with total impunity.
Free speech protects political speech. And if a politician lies, it is the people who will know how to judge whether or not to give him or her their vote.
Lying to the people on purpose should be a crime, because it is. Your democracy puts in the hands of its worst enemies the means to destroy it. Your democracy protects lies, and for them it will fall.
You cannot judge lying as if it were a crime. People can have an opinion and be wrong, but that does not mean that they are lying. You cannot give the government the power to regulate lies, and thus prevent citizens from expressing themselves freely.
Ordinary citizens do not, but politicians, especially in office, are government officials, and when they lie, it is not the people or a common citizen who lies, but the government. And in a true democracy, the government, or to be more precise, the officials at the service of the citizens, do not give themselves rights. They receive them from the people. It is the people who decide whether their politicians have the right to lie or not.
Well, that's how democracy works. We all have the same rights, even to lie.
Bullshit. The people in their right mind would not give the right to their politicians and rulers to lie to them. A self-governing people would never allow such an atrocity.
This is the best democracy in the world.
It may be a democracy, but it's far from being the best. And at the pace it is going, it will not last long.
If it's not the best, we'll know how to do it better.
You fool. Systems, including democracies, create their own elites, and elites, once established, have a single purpose: to preserve the system that sustains the elite. The goal of those at the top is never to change. It's the status quo. The system is already too good for them, so why should they change anything? But your democracy is going to fall under the weight of its naivety. Every lie held to be true becomes an attack on reason, a denial of reality. Reason can only walk firm and upright if it stands above the truth. But if it wanders in a sea of lies, it will end up drowning in its own stupidity, and once stupid, it is totally enslaved to the lies it worships and its spokesman.
You cannot limit freedom of expression just because what is expressed is false, not even if it is ill-intentioned. It is the right of all to say what they think.
That's what you've been led to believe, but there's no such thing as the freedom to do harm. Lying destroys trust, and trust is the foundation upon all human relationships stand. Once trust in the system that makes democracy possible has been destroyed, it is the end of its relationship with the people. It is the end of democracy. I call what you call freedom of expression pernicious political propaganda with the sole purpose of seizing the freedoms that democracy itself tries to protect. When reality is finally replaced by myths, fears, and fantasies, reason will cease to exist, and a nation devoid of reason, it is an easy prey for opportunists and despots. If you are not able to protect the system that protects your freedoms and rights, then you deserve tyranny.
The Last Dream. Abel Betancourt. Chapter 6. Mr. Thompson.
The man was dressed elegant and neat. He was tall, with blonde hair and emerald eyes. His voice was clean and diaphanous. He had a rural accent, charged with a certain conservative tone.
Good morning,
He said.
Are you Kevin Rodriguez from the web channel?
The same. And who are you?
My name is Michael Thompson. I work for the White House. Now, if you allow me, I would like to move on to discuss an important matter with you. I come on behalf of the President.
Yes, come in. And I made way for him to take a seat. Listen, if it's because of my friend the alien, he is harmless. I don't think it's a national security issue.
Excuse me, I didn't introduce myself properly enough. I don't work for the Department of Homeland Security. I work for the President's re-election campaign. I'm a fan of your channel. I've seen that you have a lot of followers, and that you and your friend, the extraterrestrial, have become quite influential throughout the nation.
His words took me by surprise. I did not expect that my channel would reach the ears of the White House. These people know everything, I thought. So, does the president know about my channel?
Yes, sir, and we are willing to invest in your project.
How is that so? I don't get it.
We know that you earn little money for your channel, a few commercials, nothing relevant, and we want to offer you a weekly payment. We help you, and in return, you help us. Do you understand?
And how much more or less are we talking about?
About $10,000 a week.
I was petrified. $40,000 a month. Shit! I'm finally going to get out of misery. Millions of projects went through my head in a few seconds. Well, what do I have to do? I asked, trying to hide my emotions.
All you need to do is support the president in his campaign. We'll give you some specific instructions, though, but nothing that has to go out of the script that you have created yourself. You will continue to maintain that the alien is real and that he is your friend. And you will add that your friend, the extraterrestrial, supports our president. In addition, He must reveal the conspiracy,
Conspiracy? What conspiracy?
that of the invaders from another galaxy.
Oh, yeah, and how is that?
The case is as follows, and just as I tell you, you should explain it to your followers.
And he began to break down the matter step by step as if it were an official report.
The opposition party has partnered with a group of invaders from another galaxy.
And while he was talking, he took out of his briefcase a file full of papers.
And your friend, the extraterrestrial, has detected it and has come to our planet to alert us. The plan consists of a conspiracy between senior officials of the opposition party and a group of spy aliens who work in the service of the nouveau riche of Silicon Valley. The plan, as your friend has found out, is called Operation Brainsucker and consists of emptying the brains of the voters, particularly those of pure race, the patriots, those who have made this country great. And with the help of these aliens and their cutting-edge technologies, these nouveau riches intend to create a new world order.
And saying this, he handed me a list.
There are the conspirators. They are all those who spend their time denouncing environmental pollution, global warming, etc. And the reason is that they want to take over the global economy. And to achieve this, they are willing to hack the brains of the voters so that they vote for the party of the corrupted ones, and once in power, we will all be doomed.
Saying this, he gave me an interrogative look, seeking approval for his words. I remained speechless. I didn't know what to say or if I should say anything at all. For a moment I thought, this guy must think I'm an idiot. No one is going to believe that bunch of crap. So I remained silent, nodding my head in approval. And he continued.
But here comes the best. Our president has been alerted, and he is the only one who can save us. If we don't vote for him, it will be the end of our race and our nation. And there is more. These state criminals are abducting children and giving them as an offering to the extraterrestrials who feed on human flesh uncontaminated by original sin, which is why they choose children. Do you understand?
I understand.
If you have any doubts, don't worry. All this is legal.
He told me. Oh yeah, can the government do that?
Well, let me see how I can explain it to you. In principle, we are not the government. We are a private organization, financed with the money of the constituents who support the president. And therefore, we have every right in the world to express ourselves freely.
Oh, of course, I exclaimed. And what about the conspiracy? How did you find out? How do you know it's true?
Let's say that we have enough testimonies to prove it.
And saying this, he took out a pack of bills and handed it to me. At that moment, all my doubts dissipated, and I was immediately convinced that the conspiracy was something very real. After all, if my followers and I already believed in aliens that no one else could see, why couldn't it be true, the conspiracy between the evil aliens and the corrupted politicians? And if it was not true, who cares about one more fable? Anyways, the history of mankind has been nothing more than a great fable. In short, that the best story told is the one that counts.